Most people carry this answer in their pocket every single day and have absolutely no idea. Settle in. This one's good. Okay, let me ask you something, and be honest. You know your phone pretty well, right? You know where your apps live, you know your passcode, you probably know exactly which side of the charging cable goes which way without even looking. Okay, fine. Nobody gets that one right on the first try. But here's a question almost nobody can answer. When was your phone first turned on? Not the day you think you got it, not the year the model came out, the actual day, the specific morning when your exact phone, your device, powered up for the very first time and blinked to life. Most people? Total blank. And honestly, that's completely fair. Nobody really tells you this information exists, let alone where to find it. By the time this video wraps up, you'll know exactly where to look, and what you find might actually surprise you. Think of your phone like a library book. When a brand new book arrives at a library for the very first time, it gets a little card tucked inside the front cover, and the first day someone borrows that book, the librarian stamps it. Date, time, done. That stamp is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It just sits there on the card, a permanent, honest little record waiting for anyone curious enough to flip it open and look. Your phone is that library book. The factory is the printing press where it was born. The day the phone sat on a store shelf is when it was waiting to be checked out. And the activation date, the day your specific phone was first set up and connected to the world, that's the first stamp on the card. It doesn't shout, it doesn't flash, but it's there. And today, we're going to find it. Now, before we go hunting for that stamp, there's one thing worth getting straight, because this part trips a lot of people up. Your phone doesn't just have one date, it actually has three, and they're all different things. The manufacturing date is when your phone was physically built in the factory. That's the day the book was actually printed and bound. The release date is when that phone model was officially announced and put on store shelves. That's when the library catalog said, "This book is now available." And then there's the activation date, the day your specific phone was first set up and signed into. That's the first stamp on the card, the real birthday. These three dates can be weeks apart, sometimes months, and occasionally, especially if a phone sat in a warehouse or a display case, they can be more than a year apart. So when you ask, "How old is my phone?" you really need to decide which question you're actually asking. For most people, for warranty purposes, for buying used, for just knowing the truth, the activation date is the one that matters. Now, don't worry, finding it is not complicated at all. 3 different types of phones, 3 different paths, all of them easy. Let's start with iPhone because Apple actually makes this one of the tidier things to look up. Open your Settings app, tap your name right at the top, then tap General, and then About. Scroll down until you see serial number. That's your phone's unique library ID code. Write it down or just keep the screen open. Now open a browser, Safari, Chrome, whatever you use, and go to checkcoverage.apple.com. Type in that serial number, complete the little verification step Apple shows you, and hit Submit. Apple will show you a page with your warranty information. Look for the section that says Purchase Date. That date is the official record of when your iPhone's warranty clock started. And for the vast majority of iPhones, it matches almost exactly to the day the phone was first activated. That's your first stamp on the card. There's also a little trick some people use. Look at your warranty expiration date and subtract exactly 1 year. Standard Apple warranty is 1 year from activation, so if coverage ends on July 12, 2025, your phone was first activated around July 12, 2024. Library math, but it works. Now, Android phones are a slightly different story. Not harder, just a different door into the same room. The most reliable method uses your Google account, which you're already signed into on your phone. Open a browser and go to myaccount.google.com. Once you're in, tap Security at the top of the page. Scroll down until you see a section called Your Devices. Tap Manage all devices. Find your phone in the list. Tap it. Now look for First Sign In. That date right there, that's your library stamp. The day your phone first connected to a Google account, which is almost always the exact day it was first set up by anyone. You can also find it through the Play Store. Open the Play Store app, tap your profile photo in the top right corner, then tap Manage Apps and Devices. Tap the Devices tab. Your phone's name will show up, and right underneath it, Registered On. Same answer, different route. And there's a third option. Go to findmydevice.google.com in a browser, sign in, and tap your phone. Look for First Registered. Again, same stamp, same card, just a different page of the library system. Samsung owners get a little extra here, and it's worth knowing about. Open the Samsung Members app on your phone, the one with the blue M icon. Go to Support, then tap Warranty Info. Right there, Samsung shows you your device's activation date. Clean, official, and no codes needed. Now, for the curious ones who like a bit of adventure, open your phone dialer and carefully type in *12580*369#. A hidden service screen appears. Look for something labeled RF Cal. That's radio frequency calibration, the date your phone finished its final factory quality check. Not your activation date exactly, but very close to your manufacturing date. Think of it as the print date stamped on the spine of the book. All right, fair question. Why does any of this matter in real life? The most important reason, warranty. Apple's standard coverage lasts 1 year from activation. Many Android manufacturers work the same way. If you don't know your activation date, you might not even realize your warranty has already expired, or that you still have months of coverage left. The second reason is used phones. This one is big. You're buying a phone from someone online. They tell you it's only 4 months old. You check the activation date through your Google account or through Apple coverage, and it says 14 months. Now you know. The library stamp doesn't forget and it doesn't lie. You can negotiate or you can walk away. And then there's the purely curious reason. You've been carrying this device around every single day. Knowing its actual first day of life is oddly satisfying. Like finding out how old a house is when you move in. It doesn't change anything, but it makes the thing feel more real. None of this is alarming. None of this is scary. You're just reading what was always written inside the cover of a book you already own. So let's collect ourselves for a second and make sure we've got it. Your phone has 3 types of dates: manufacturing, release, and activation. Activation, the first stamp, is the one that matters most. On iPhone, you find it through Apple's coverage checker with your serial number. On Android, you find it through your Google account under Your Devices, or through the Play Store, or through Find My Device. On Samsung, the Members app under Warranty Info shows it directly. 3 doors, 1 room. Got it? Good. Let's bring this home. We talked about a library book right at the start of this. Your phone was built in a factory. That's the manufacturing date, the day the book was printed. It sat in a warehouse and on a store shelf. That's the gap between manufacturing and release. And on one specific day, someone pressed power, signed in, and checked it out for the first time. That's the activation date, your phone's actual birthday. You now know 3 dates exist, why they're all different, and exactly how to find the one that matters. For iPhone, Apple's coverage page. For Android, your Google account. For Samsung, the Members app. That's the whole library. You came in not knowing your phone had a secret birthday. You're leaving knowing exactly how to find it. You know what's quietly funny about all of this? A lot of people who work in phone repair shops don't know all 3 of those methods, and you just learned them in about 10 minutes. Go check your own phone right now. Seriously, the date might genuinely surprise you. And the next time someone tries to hand you a barely touched device for a barely used price, you'll know the exact question to ask and the exact place to look. You've already got the knowledge. All that's left is putting it to use. Now that you know when your phone first woke up, here's the thing that should probably worry you next. That activation date is directly tied to how long your phone will keep receiving security updates. And the moment those updates stop arriving, Your phone doesn't break, but something more serious starts happening quietly in the background. That's exactly what we're covering next. All right, class, that's a wrap on today's lesson. No homework tonight, unless you go check your phone's birthday, in which case, full marks. Follow Daily Tech Classroom so you're first in line when the next bell rings. Class dismissed.